much 95% raw, but I don't always say that you have to be that extreme. It's just really important to incorporate some raw and living foods in your diet, which I'll get to. The lifestyle really entails eating foods in a form that's in its most natural state as possible. So hence farm to table, bringing from the farm to the table, buying locally, eating fresh, eating sustainably. Raw and living foods and more plant-based diet focuses on steering clear of cooking or heating foods, specifically not above a temperature of about 114, because this actually kills the food. You want to preserve all the nutrients and the enzymes. The foods include, the diet includes foods that nourish, cleanse, and promote overall well-being. As I said, cooking destroys all the vital nutrients in a food. So when you eat the food raw, it preserves all the enzymes, all the nutrients, all the vitamins, all the minerals. Some ways of heating food in the raw and living food diet is through dehydrating them, because you can heat things at a lower temperature. In addition, high heating cooking destroys the food enzymes that are maintained in the raw food state. The life-sustaining partnership of food enzymes and metabolic enzymes in our body, we have two types of enzymes, enables our body to fully and effectively metabolize what we intake, a process that ultimately turns food into energy. But when you cook foods at a high temperature, you basically, like I said, are killing the food. So you're killing the energy in the foods that's giving you the energy. So in turn, over excess of processed foods, heated foods, makes your organs become fatigued. It can create incredible stress on the body, the lymphatic system, the metabolic system, the immune system, and overall cellular health. And our cells are building blocks of our body. So when we don't nourish our cells, our bodies get depleted, don't function optimally. The body ends up lacking adequate enzymes, the energy it needs. It jeopardizes your body. So this is precisely why it is imperative to incorporate more chlorophyll-rich and enzyme-rich raw and living foods into your diet. Take a more plant-based approach to diet. Additional supplements are often necessary. The whole idea of eating raw foods is because you do get the enzymes. We're only born with so many enzymes. We're only born with so much hydrochloric acid in our system, which helps to detoxify our bodies. And if you don't obtain enzymes from raw foods, you're not getting the enzymes that you need. So if you eat any cooked foods, I certainly recommend you take digestive enzymes. Even if you eat a 100% raw food diet, I still take enzymes. So there's certain supplementations and certain things that you can also do in addition to the diet to make sure that you're getting everything that you need, and I can certainly help you do that and welcome the opportunity to do so with you. I actually do carry a lot of products at this point from completely whole food-based supplementation company and raw and living superfoods, which after this, if you want to talk to me about them, I do have some of them available for purchase here. But in the meantime, we'll keep going. There is also the idea with raw and living foods, the acid-alkaline balance. Is anybody not familiar with that in the body, what that means? Basically, there's a ratio, and your body should be between 6.4 and 7, and you can test your pH. If your body's too acidic, it invites diseases. It's just a very unhealthy condition. You're not in any bit of a homeostasis within your body. So eating alkaline foods like green foods, raw foods, enzyme-rich foods will help to balance out that alkalinity. Cancer can only survive in an acidic environment, as well as any other disease. So if you're eating right, and if you're alkaline enough, and you're getting enough nutrients and enough superfoods and enough green foods, then it's a better way to steer away from those diseases. Obviously, we all know that there's a rising prevalence of diseases, even things that potentially didn't even really exist. Food allergies, even that's not a disease, but food allergies. There's a prevalence of prostate cancers. There's just such a higher prevalence of celiac disease. All these diseases that didn't really exist too much when people So eating more raw foods, no processed foods. So it just really, makes sense. There's a lot of necessary ways to live a healthier life in addition to diet, exercising, moving, breathing, yoga. All of these incorporate the raw and living foods lifestyle rather than just the diet. So always people say, do I have to eat all raw? And I say, no, you don't have to eat all raw. The important thing is just to make sure that you're incorporating some raw foods into your diet. I was just talking to a friend of mine that was talking, she babysits children, and how like in the house it's canned peas, and that's getting children started off on such a bad foot. But I mean, some people think, well, I eat vegetables, I'm eating canned peas, or but that's like, I'd rather you eat a candy bar than canned peas sometimes, because at least it might have peanut butter in it, So, it's really important to incorporate fresh and living raw foods into your diet. Decrease the acidity, acidic foods, animal proteins, all animal products, dairies, chemically altered foods. So it's not to say if you are a meat eater that you shouldn't eat meat. I always say make sure you know where you get your meat from. But I certainly lean towards eating less meat and less lard, less butter, and eating more of a plant-based diet. Increasing your grain foods and superfoods, your fermented foods as well, like sauerkrauts. I'm going to make a fermented nut cheese today, show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. Cut out chemically processed and genetically modified foods. Take a more basic approach to living and to eating and to diet. Decrease hydrogenated fats. Use healthy essential fatty acid oils, olive oils, sesame oils, borage oils. I have a great product that it's a blend, and I have it in capsules, but I also have it in a liquid, and you can use it on salads, you can use it to make your food, and it's really healthy for you as well. Allergens, there's a lot of allergens, white sugars to wheats, dairy, processed foods, soy foods, unless it's fermented. I mean, there's my take on soy. It's very much a mucus-forming food, and it's not the best food, even though they promote it to be that way. It can definitely affect your hormones. It can affect your bodies in not such great ways. So unless you're eating fermented, like natto and miso, those kinds of foods are really great, and especially for the digestive system, because fermented foods have probiotics in them, and so that actually helps your immune system, and it helps your digestive tract and the complete function of your body. Also a lot of vitamins and minerals. Chew your food completely. That's really important. Digestion begins in the mouth. Eat superfoods, which I carry a lot of superfoods. We're going to make a smoothie with superfoods. I mean, superfoods are just foods that are packed with vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, the things that you don't generally get in aisle 5. But begin your day with stretching, movement, plenty of water. Try to get adequate amount of sleep, 5 hours at least of sleep a night straight through. If not, your adrenal glands begin to fatigue, and that can definitely take a toll on your body. Detox and supplement with whole food and herbal products. And just also to mention about detoxification, eating more living foods, eating more raw foods. The smoothie I'm going to make today, it's a detox basically in itself. So every day that you're eating this way, you're cleaning your body out. You're living more naturally. I have a client who is doing a small smoothie cleanse for the last 4 days, and he's just like, Mandi, I can't believe how good I feel. The first couple of days I was feeling a little, and I was like, well, those are your detox symptoms because you haven't been eating this way. And he's like, I just feel so energized. So it really gives your body a break. Your digestive system doesn't have to work so hard. It takes about an hour to digest plant-based food and plant-based proteins. It takes about 6+ hours to digest animal proteins. So when you think about it, if you're eating more plant-based, you're digesting and your body has a chance to rest, as opposed to eating sausage and bacon in the morning and then at noon eating a hamburger or even eating chicken. When's your body getting any rest? It's not getting any rest. It's not able to detoxify itself. And so every day, constantly like this, it's a path of it's a path of unhealthiness, really, you know, and especially when you don't incorporate any vegetables or raw foods in your diet. And lastly, I think it's important to work with somebody that can, you know, really, really guide you with this, help you with the preparation of food, help you with detoxing safely and effectively. You know, it's not something that I think that you should do alone if you've never done it before. Getting pointers, supplementation, doing some testing, and me as a holistic health practitioner, I can certainly help you do that. So I would look forward to working with anybody, always taking new people in to help. Changing people's life really makes me, you know, it's my life. I was very sick for a lot of years and was misdiagnosed and taken advantage of, I think, by the medical system and put through terrible experiences and surgeries and medications and self-medication, and you know, I pulled myself out, and it was through this, and so it's really been the biggest transformation in my life, and it's my biggest passion, and my passion is to help people and show people that it is possible to be healthy, to be running a marathon on May 2nd. So eating this way and living this way. So